Hello.
Yes, Miss, we're still here.
Yes, thank you very much, Mrs. Linda Myers. That was Miss Barker. She's now trying to get in. She said she tried Linda Myers, and it said that the meeting was full. But I'm telling her that I'm seeing 95. And I realize now that Miss Michael, to everyone, oh, we're trying to stream the meeting also. Okay, more persons will get in. Interesting. Okay, so let's go, Mrs. Linda Myers. Thank you. Who is first?
All right, so we have a Stacy and Richard.
Okay, go ahead, Miss Richards.
I was asking what time should we go in as grade 9?
Okay, so school will begin face-to-face for grade 9 on Monday, the 10th of January. School begins at 8, and when I say begins at 8, it means that we start the teaching learning process at 8. So the students should get there before 8 and be ready for 8 o'clock school. And it's
Okay.
all day school, so it's from 8 o'clock to 2:10. Is that correct, Mrs. Myers?
Yes, Miss.
Thank you much.
Next hand is Tanisha Davidson.
Go ahead, Miss Davidson.
Hey, good evening, teachers and parents. The question is, my son, he had actually get his ID misplaced from grade 7. I keep coming to the office to find out, like, how can I get another for him, because he's now in 10th grade, and I know that at this appointed time, he'll need the ID regarding CXCs and stuff like that. I'm yet to get a response as to how I can go about getting him another ID.
Okay, what will happen, Miss Davidson, now that we have been given the green light to accommodate the students face-to-face, whilst we have them in the physical space, we will be making arrangement as to when each grade will be doing their ID. So that will be taken care of in the shortest possible time. But for now, we are just focused on getting them back in the physical space and see how much we can get in as it relates to teaching and learning. But we will make arrangement for the students to get their IDs done. And we will inform you through the grade supervisors.
Okay, thanks much.
You're welcome.
Next person is Georgette Cunningham.
Yes, good night, everyone. I was asking, you said grade 10 should come in Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. The same 8 o'clock, right?
Yes, yes, miss. School is 8 to 2:10 for everybody, 7 to 12.
Okay, then thanks so much.
You're most welcome.
All right, the final hand I'm seeing is Conroy Fitzgerald.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry for being late, but I had some internet issues. I have a student in grade 8, and I didn't hear anything about anything that is going to happen.
So we're saying, Ms. Fitzgerald, that we will be accommodating the students for face-to-face learning on a rotational basis. So the grade 7, 8, and 9 students will be doing face-to-face on Mondays and Tuesdays, and they will be online Wednesday to Friday. And Monday and Tuesday, 8 o'clock to 2:10.
So just 2 days out of the week?
Yes, they can only get 2 days.
Okay then. Okay then.
You're welcome.
what did I ask?
So there are two other hands. However, I believe the president might be on. I'm not sure
Okay,
if she's
great.
back at the time seeing, so we can check for her.
Yeah.
Good night again. Yes, I'm here, miss. I'm just listening. And
Okay,
Miss
great.
Aziz is giving the
Welcome back, Miss
information.
Barker.
Yes, miss, I have to say, from doing this for a while, I've never seen so much parents out at once. Congrats, parents. Hats off to you guys tonight. Everybody's anticipating school to reopen, miss, so they had to show up tonight.
Okay. We're happy also. So I'm delighted to see the number. So can I continue with the question and answer, Miss Barker?
Yes, miss, please do so as I catch up
Okay.
myself.
Okay.
All right, the next person is Diane Thompson. I'm gonna ask the persons who spoke already to lower their hands, please. The next person is Diane Thompson, then Nikila Stewart.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Ms. Thompson, are you still with us?
You
hearing me now?
Yes.
Yes, we're hearing. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, good night, everyone. I just want to find out how much is the cost for the school fee and if the child is supposed to be registered, because 2 years now and they don't registered. So I would like to know if he's supposed to be registered again.
Sorry, what grade is the child in?
He's in grade 9.
Oh, okay. We did not do a re-registration exercise this year, Ms. Thompson, but the school fee,
Okay.
and there is no school fee. The parent contribution is $6,000 and it is paid at the bursar's office because there's an issue. The bank is no longer collecting cash, which is NCB, where that account is. And so it is paid at the bursar's office and we make arrangement to get it to the bank.
Okay, so that's 6,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay then, thanks much.
You're most welcome.
Okay.
All right, Michaela Stewart, that's the next person, then a Karina Pinnock.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
What I would like to know is, are the students allowed to take their gadget to school?
Most definitely. We're in the age of technology, so the students are allowed to bring their own device. There's a BOYD policy out now, and the Ministry of Education also have one out. So you could go on their website to read the policy. But while they bring their own device, let me caution you that you need to let them know that they're taking it at their own risk. They must be responsible because we do not have the human resource to be monitoring devices. And so we ask that they keep their device very close to them. And wherever they are going, do not leave it. Do not leave it with any friend or leave it in your bag in the classroom. Walk with it wherever you are going. So the answer to the question is yes, students are allowed to bring their own device, but they must also be responsible for their own device.
Thank you, Miss.
You're welcome.
Karina Pinnock, that's Karina Pinnock.
Yes, Miss. Good night. Good night, everyone. I just want to know if lunch is going to be prepared at the school or not.
I'm sorry, Miss Pinnock. My puppy was making some noise. I didn't get the question.
So I just want to know if lunch is going to be prepared at the school or not.
Oh, yes, the canteen is up and running as well as the tuck shop. And I will speak to lunch after this line of question and answer.
Okay, Miss, thanks.
So the answer is yes.
Okay, Miss.
Can we take the
What
next
about
two?
part lunch?
I just said that I'm going to speak to lunch after we take 2 more and Mrs. Linda Myers. Then I'll address a few other things and then we go back to the question or answer, or we hand over to Ms. Barker to moderate the next question and answer session or to carry out agenda if she has something else.
All right, so we have quite a number of hands popping up. So you perhaps need to tell me what the cutoff limit is as it relates to either time or the number of persons that we can accommodate before we move on.
Okay, I'll take 2 more now and then we'll I'll speak to some other issues and then we go back.
All right, so we have a Janelle and then an Elizabeth Taylor.
Okay.
Miss, she must carry the tablet with her Monday.
You
I'm
heard
sorry,
that, Miss Myers?
that's not a Janelle. Janelle?
I'm Janelle. Good evening, everyone. Madam Principal.
Good evening.
Everyone.
Good evening.
I heard a parents ask about the gadget. The answer was yes. But I want to know, is it necessary? Will the teachers be using the gadget for the 2 days or they could leave it at home?
Yes. No, they will be using them.
So, Miss, the Wi-Fi
especially for the upper school students, they will be using them. Do you have any teacher online here?
So, Miss,
technology age, you know, we use them.
They have to bring their gadgets at their own risk. So
yes,
that's a risk. So I was just wondering if they really have to take it to school on those 2 days.
What grade is your child in, Miss Janelle?
Grade 9, Miss.
Okay, grade 9. All right, I'm sure I saw Mrs. Morgan with it. So it can be on a needs basis, Miss Janelle. So it's not that we're saying it's compulsory. Every child must walk with their tablet and laptop and their phone. But because I know for a fact, for those we have since November, the teachers have been using them. So it goes through for the grade 7 to 9 also, because we're in the age of technology. And so since it's a blended approach online and face-to-face, then we need to encourage them. But the child can find out from the form teacher, Madam Janelle, if there's a need for that child to take the gadget, okay?
I will.
So you can find out if you have concern.
Okay, Miss, thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, so we have an Elizabeth Taylor.
Good evening, everyone. So I wanted to know about the grooming of the hair for the boys, if they could wear their hair to school.
When you say you want to know about the grooming of the hair, Miss Taylor, could you kindly explain what do you mean? We're working with the same school rule, so the students come with their hair properly groomed according to the handbook. So when you say you want to know about the hair, could you kindly explain? And that's one of the things I was going to address after your question.
Can they wear like cornrows and stuff?
No, miss, they must follow the rules of the school. Do you have a copy of the handbook? It's the same rule, it's the same handbook that we are using, the same school. The only thing that has changed is the time. And they are not coming 5 days because of the pandemic, so they'll come 2 until you're further advised. Okay, so Mrs. Linda Myers, there's just one Mr. Fitzgerald. So we're going to take him, and then I'm going to ask that you give some attention to the chat think some persons on YouTube posting questions in the chat. So after you take Mr. Fitzgerald, I'm going to address a few things, and then I'm going to ask that we accommodate some of the questions in the chat.
Okay, Miss.
Good night
So,
again, everyone. It's Mrs. Fitzgerald here. I'm just using my husband's phone. Do they need to carry the vaccination card with them?
Yes, the answer to that is just for us to keep account, Mrs. Fitzgerald. So yes, they can carry just to show as proof to the form teacher, but it is not a requirement. So we just want to confirm those we have, so that when we are reporting numbers to the ministry, we are doing so from an informed position.
Okay, Miss.
All right, so on
You're
Ashley
welcome.
Jones.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Linda Myers.
So from the chat,
pardon?
Reporting from the chat, or we wait for you to have other discussion?
Yeah, let me just address a few things and then we go to the chat, okay?
Okay.
Thanks very much. So parents and guardian, as it relates, let me address the issue of lunch first. The canteen is up and running, as well as the tuck shop. So the plan we have, because we want to cut down on the movement on the compound. So first thing first, what will happen when the students return for face-to-face? The students will be greeted at the gate and their temperature will be taken, one. After their temperature taken, the protocol is that if there's any student with elevated temperature, then they're isolated and you are called. After the temperature is taken, then the students will proceed to the wash hand area. After they would have washed their hands, they will proceed directly to their form room. Every class is assigned to a form room, and that is where the students will stay for the duration of the day. So they are not only assigned to a room, they are also assigned to a desk and a chair, because we do not want any form of sharing to be taking place. So when the students move from temperature to the washing of hands to their form room, the form teachers will be there and will receive the students at the room. When they get to the form room, the form teacher will have a brief devotional exercise with them, because we are not allowed to have general assembly with the students, because that would be too much for the gathering. So the teachers will have a short devotional with the students. The teachers will do the registration, the marking of the register, and the teachers will also take the lunch orders. So we are doing lunch orders, especially for the grade 7 to 9 students, because we do not want to send them out there to bundle and to chat and to idle in a lunch line and to waste time. So lunch orders will be taken, and in most cases, the lunches will be delivered to them in the room that they are assigned. It therefore means that they will only leave the room if they need to go to the restroom. And that also will be monitored, because we will not be sending 2 and 5 of them to the restroom at any one time, because the idea is to keep them apart as much as is humanly possible. In addition, the students will remain in their form room and the teachers will go to them. If there's any group that there'll be a need for them to leave the room that they are assigned, the subject teacher will come and receive them. So at no time the students will be allowed to move on their own. So let me use an example. If an IT teacher wants to take the class to the lab, then the teacher would go to the form room line the students up, ensure that they are 6 feet apart, and escort them to the lab. At the end of that session, the teacher will do the same to get them back into the room that they were removed from. Each time that the students leave the room, if they leave the room, especially during lunch, then the rooms will be sanitized. So we have persons on the ground that will be sanitizing between sessions, because there are some subject areas that the students might have to be moving from a room to the next because they are running concurrently. So those are the times when the students will move. So that is it as it relates to lunch. For those of us who are so inclined and want to give the students lunch to take, that is also an option. You can allow the students to take lunch to school. That is up to you. As it relates, the parent who asks about if the grooming of ear and boy wearing cornrow and those, nothing like that. It is the same rule that we are upholding. You have a copy of the school handbook, and we will not be relaxing the rules of the school. That was one of the main reasons why the grades 7 to 9 students are not at school this week, because I was in a meeting with the Honorable Minister along with the other education officials, and that was one of the concerns. So they asked that we take those who are ready this week and give the parents and guardians time to prepare those who are out there for school. So we're expecting that the students will come properly uniformed for school, and that they will groom their ear according to the rules and regulations of the school. If there are parents or guardians with exceptionalities, we ask that you reach out to us. I know that you're in contact with the guidance counselors, you're in contact with the dean, you're in contact with the VPs, the grade supervisors, the form teachers. Speak to us on a personal level, but do not broadcast it out there, because we will not be relaxing. I want to repeat, I want to emphasize that we will not be relaxing the rules of the school. So I'm asking for your cooperation. Remember that the students would have lost so much time. And the little time that we have, we do not know how long we will be in this space for face-to-face. So we're asking that as parents and guardians, you do everything in your power to ensure that the little time that the child gets with us, 2 days out of a week and 3 days out of a week, that you ensure that they come prepared so the teachers can just teach and will not give attention to any distracting issues for the little time that we have them. So I just wanted to put that little punch in before we go any further. So I'm going to pause again, Miss Barker, for you, or if you want Mrs. Linda Myers to continue, so we take the questions. I'm going to ask specifically that we go to the chat, because a number of persons who are on the YouTube live, they are not able to ask their questions, but they are putting them in the chat. So let us go to the chat and address some of those questions, and then we return to the raise hand for those who are on the Zoom platform.
No problem, Miss.
All right, so from the chat, someone was asking if it is only the vaccinated students that should come out to school.
The answer to that is no, it's every student. The ministry instruction is that every student we should accommodate for face-to-face instruction.
All right, so we've already answered one of the questions in terms of the hairstyle policy for boys. That was already answered. We have also answered the question about when the grade 10s should come out, which is Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And that's it for the chat.
Okay, great.
excuse me, before we
Go
move on
ahead,
to
Miss
the
Barker.
the other groups to take the questions, I just wanted to say, Miss, you made a question was asked in regard to the devices, and you said they are allowed to take the devices. But parents, please ensure that your children learn about responsibility while taking their devices to school. It is not the teacher's responsibility, it's your child's responsibility to take care of their devices. It's not for the school to ensure that it is safe, it's for your child. Another thing, the children need to know that when they take these devices to school, it is for schoolwork and not to be playing games or to be surfing the net. Therefore, it won't be accepted. Right? So if you want the child to take the device to school, to use the device at school, you need to give them some preparations for it, because it won't be allowed for them to be surfing the net or playing games while in class and distracting other students. All right. Miss, you had made mention two other things I heard you spoke about. Right, so read from that one. All right, Miss, go ahead, Miss. Go ahead.
Okay, Miss, sorry, while you
answered already.
Okay, okay. I was saying, while you search for the question, I would like to just make it known that while we speak of grooming of the ear, that it doesn't go for the boys only. So the girls also must follow the rules in the handbook. So no coloring of the ear, no weave, they must come in their natural form. Just a reminder that the grooming is not only for boys, but for the girls also. And while we're on that point, Miss Barker, I would be very happy if you could speak with the parents on the matter of the students sharing their gadgets and pen and pencil and those things and preparation. Because of the seriousness of this COVID, it is very, very important, no matter how kind we are, that they must take their own pen and pencil and book. So you can speak with them for me on the matter of cutting down the sharing. We are not teaching them to be mean, but this is not the place or the time for sharing.
Not the time for it at all. So parents, to be honest, you know, it's not only left for the school to tell your children about the protocols or the steps to take while going back to school, because it's not to say, yay, hippie hooray, we're going back to school. You have to remember that something is out there that can create harm to you. And you have to let the children know to be careful. You don't want to be in and out from the hospital, God forbid, with your child, not knowing what to do. Take the necessary steps, provide them with their sanitizers. Yes, there'll be sanitizers and washing areas at school, but you have to train them to do the right thing before they leave home. Because we're going to do the protocol, the drills and stuff at school, but it has to be done from home to ensure that they have it. Because when they leave out for school and they go to school and totally forgot that mommy said, I'm supposed to wash my hands if I make encounter with somebody else, or if I touch something that somebody else touched, or I'm supposed to sanitize my hand, then you're going to have a problem, because that child is going to touch another child. And I beg you, parents, if you know that your child is sick, do not send him or her to school. Let him stay home. Find out what is wrong or what is causing that child to be ill before you let that child come out. Because we have to be very careful. Yes, we want them to be in school. We've been longing for it, but we have to be careful, because it is not a walkover right now. It's very serious. All right, parents? So let them get their sanitizers. Let them get whatever. If you even have just the alcohol, let they carry out just the alcohol in a spray bottle and walk with their sanitizers and their rags stuff to take away germs, excess germs from them. Teach them how to stay away from their friends. Yes, they're happy to see their friends, but stay apart. Give safe distance. They may not understand the 6 feet, but they should, because these are high school students. But let them know that you cannot go on hugging and touching everybody. You can't be touching everything that your friend is touching, or holding the book or borrowing the pencils. Be prepared for school. You're going into school. All right?
Great. Thank you very much, Miss Barker.
All right, so we have some YouTube questions when you're ready, Miss.
Go right ahead.
All right, so we've answered some of these questions already. In terms of 7, 8, and 9 comes out Monday and Tuesday. 10, 11, and 10 and 11 comes out Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Someone was asking Madam Principal if there is a bus that will be prepared for the students to come to school.
We have not yet finalized that plan. I'm still waiting on the instructions from the ministry, the path transportation that we had last school year. I've not heard anything as it relates to that for this school year since September, but it's something that I'm actively working on. I tried today to make contact with the gentleman, Mr. Chu, who is responsible, to no avail, but it's something I'm working on actively. So as it is now, no, we do not have a bus that will be transporting the students, but I foresee that in the near future, we will be having such. And so while we're on the point of transportation, I'd also like to say to the parents and the guardian, please ensure that your student, your child, walk with an extra mask. And when they are in the taxi, they must keep on the mask. You need to talk with them, let them know. When they are on the road, they are not to put it on at the school gate, because COVID is not confined to the environs of the school. It can be everywhere on the road while they are walking, in the taxi, wherever they are coming from. So you need to encourage them to wear their mask. And please remember, thank you, Ms. Michael, to always give them an extra mask, because if that one falls on the ground, it is of no use. You can't just take it up and put it back on your face, because you would have picked up the germ. So try to ensure that they have more than one mask in their bag. And the PTA president, Ms. Barker, would have already alluded to the fact that you need to put their own little package together in their bag. Miss Davis, could you kindly close your microphone? Thank you, Paulette Davis. Thanks very much. So please make sure that you give them the extra mask. Back to you, Madam Dean.
So there are some questions that are repeat questions, but might be new to the persons that joined shortly. So school begins at 8 a.m. sharp and ends at 2:10 for all groups, irrespective of the days that you're coming in. As it relates to the grade 8, based on a question, they begin school next week. So 7 to 9, they begin school next week. Grades 11 and 12, they are already out for this week. Grades 10 also begins next week. Again, Monday and Tuesday, grades 7 to 9 comes face-to-face. And on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, grade 10 and 11 comes in. Grade 12 is flexible, so they will come in when they have a class and they will leave when they don't have any class. So those are the responses to the questions based on what the principal had mentioned, and those are coming from the live chat from YouTube.
Thank you so much, Madam Linda Myers. Ms. McDermott and Nelson, question answered already.
Yes, Miss.
We're back to the raise hand. Okay, Miss McDermott say yes. Your hand is still up. You can lower it.
The children must carry the tablet with them.
Yes, Miss Nelson, what grade is the child?
They must carry the tablet with them.
Yes, what grade? Yes, Miss Nelson, they're allowed to bring their device, but they must take care of it. Bring your own device policy.
Breaking up, I cannot hear.
I'm going to respond in the chat. Can you read the chat? Sis Linda Myers, can you respond to Ms. Nelson in the chat, please?
Okay, as it relates to the device.
Yes, just tell her that the bring your own device policy is on, and let she know that they're bringing it at their own rates. They're bringing them at their own rates. But yes, the teachers will use them.
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm only seeing Mrs. Webminor's hand.
Yes, I noticed. Go ahead, Mrs. Webminor. You're muted, Mrs. Minor.
Yes, thank you. I don't know why the devices are acting up. Mrs. Huntley, a parent did ask about path lunches. Do you want to give the rationale why the answer to that will be a no? Meaning,
okay,
path lunches will no longer be served, but you can explain why.
Okay, thank you very much. I didn't hear the question. I heard about the transportation.
All right.
However, presently, the ministry says that they will be returning the path contribution to the schools. So it's just a matter of time, Mrs. Minot. I'm sorry we didn't have this discussion. But the minister did say in the meeting on Friday that with the face-to-face resumption of school, they will be resorting to sending the path money to the schools and not to the parent. So as soon as we get that money, we will inform the parent and we will start the preparation immediately of path lunches for the students. So that's where we are with that.
Can I add, Mrs. Huntley? So we want to make it clear then to the parents that they are to continue finding lunch money or lunch for their children, because the ministry says they will return such to school, but that will return does not have to be in short order. So until we start receiving those monies, we will not be able to do those lunches. So we are asking you to just prepare a little something, a little talk, and give it to them. If it's a case that you cannot find adequate money for them to purchase something, make sure that they walk with something. And like principal says, as soon as that money comes over, you will be told. Because when the poor students come to me in the days, come to any staff member, it's sort of very difficult. Our hands are tied because the resources that we had full maybe autonomy over is now in your hand. So please understand us. Thank you.
Thank you very much also, Mrs. Minot, for raising that point. So that seemed to be it in terms of questions and answer, Ms. Barker. So I'm handing over back to you now. Parents, we're looking forward to meeting the students again in the physical
Ms. Huntley has been muted.
Madam Principal, if you're still on, we're not hearing you.
All right, so it seems as if Ms. Huntley has been disconnected. I think we should give her a few, Madam Dean.
Is there any other address that you have for the participants?
Yes, I do. Your other questions and queries were answered and other statements were given. But I have one pressing matter, Madam Dean. I was on the street. Well, it's been like the third time, and I came across, this is my fourth Ewarton High School student that is on the road begging. It's heart-wrenching. Parents, we can do better. We should do better. And the part that hurts me, two of these students, I know for a fact that the parents, they are receiving path money, they can do better, but they refuse to. It is not nice, parents, to be having your children go out on the road and beg. It is not nice. And it is even worse when the parent can do better and refuse to do better and have this child. I don't know what the parent is thinking, but for me, it brings something, a lower value to this child. For me, if you can do better, parent, why have your child out there begging? And I don't think it's because the child wants to, he's doing it. Well, one particular child, I think he gets to like it now because he's been doing it for a while, right? And I've spoken to this mother more than once. Madam Dean, Miss Minot, I think it's counselor. I want to speak to the counselor in regards to that matter of what can be done to this. I'm not sure how she could advise me, but parents, you guys can do better, man. This is my fourth Ewarton High School student. I say on the road begging, who is not selling stuff. Well, the selling not too bad to assist your parents while selling in the market or whatever. But to send your child on the road to be begging something, that's not right. It's not right at all, and I find it very, I don't like it. When I saw the child and I spoke to the mother, she's telling me that she can't do any better. But I said, you're a part. You're collecting money for all your children from parts, so you can do something. You can do better. Sometimes they need the support, yes. I spoke to her. I spoke to both parents, and I'm supposed to get back to them this weekend. I'm not sure if there's any group or anyone that wants to help them, because right now I was told that they're in need of somewhere to live. But I don't think that is the case. But Madam Principal, I had to bring it out to the meeting today because I felt bad about it. And it's not one, it's not two, it's not three students. It's my student from Ewarton High School, and it's 4 different students. So I had to say something. Parents, you send out your child. If you're having a hard life, trying to have the children do better in school, try to give them more support. If you yourself can't read and write, try to ensure that your child gets a better life than yourself. Don't have them drawing through the dirt. It is not nice. I don't know if you feel good about it as a parent, but I don't feel good, and it's not my child. Let us do better. And if you need support, come out and say it. I know the counselors at Ewarton High School, they have been working. I know that I've spoken to Mr. Sir George has spoken to Miss Minot, and I know Miss Minot and Sir George have been out there helping parents, helping students, speaking, doing very good work. So I know parents, if you need help, say something. My grandmother always say, closed mouths don't get fed. If you need help, say something as a parent. Do not have your child or children going out there begging. It is not nice. The amount of children being missing from this year, last year to this year. Come on, do better. Beg of you guys. All right.
Okay, Sandra, you'll soon get the chance to leave the meeting.
I'm sorry to be taking up your time too much, Miss Sandra.
Madam President, I fell off twice, so I really didn't get the detail what you're saying, but I think my counselor is on, so she will fill me in. When I got bugged off, I was asking the parents online if they could assist us in informing the parents in the community that they live, those who are not online, to meet us at school Thursday, 4 o'clock for a face-to-face meeting, because we need to speak with those parents also to get them ready and prepared for Monday. So those who are offline, parents online, we're kindly asking that you assist us with spreading the word that we'll have a face-to-face PTA on Thursday afternoon at 4 p.m. Thank you very much. That is it from me for now, Miss Barker.
I think it's the same here, Miss, because you have spoken about basically all the topics. Yes. Oh, one other thing. Any person or personals interested in being a part of the PTA could let us know via the groups. I think we have created about 2 other groups, and you will be contacted. Yes, you'll be contacted therefore.
When you say be a part of the PTA, Ms. Barker, can you clarify? Are you referring to the exec?
I need 2 more persons for the exec body, and I need some parents to come in, Miss. We're short of parental support for the school. There are a few programs that is in thought for this helping of the students, but I have to run them by you first before I can move any further with them, yourself and the dean and the counselor, in regards to those matters. But we want some more persons, some in terms parents to our guardians to come on board with these issues that we're having with the students. All right, because it's not just for the teachers for teaching. Teaching starts from home. And if the parents are not paying attention, the children are going to come to school with the same manner. So after the discussions, I think for the next PTA meeting, we can have a more equipped session to give to the parents that are interested. But I'm looking for a few more persons for the exec body and to join a PTA group of parents. I need a strong group. I need willing parents are willing and ready to get our children from the Ewarton High School. We are a very strong school. We need strong parents to give us the support so we can give it back to our children. All right. Back to you, Madam Dean.
All right, it appears as if that's it for tonight. So I will allow either the principal or the PTA president to close off the meeting.
All right, I would like to ask if Miss Minot is still there. Madam Minot, you're still there?
I am still on.
All right, Miss.
And Madam Principal has fallen off again.
Yes, I realize. I'm not sure who had opened with prayer. Madam Dean, I'm not sure who had opened with prayer, but I would like to ask Miss Minot if you could close us off with a prayer, please.
All right. Yes, a parent opened with prayer. Let us pray. Most righteous Father, I thank you, Lord, for taking us through this another day and this another meeting of our parents and our teachers. Father, I ask that everything that was said and done, now you will just multiply and magnify so that our school can continue to grow. I ask you, God, for your safety upon our school family. You know the plans that you have for us, God. So as we put them in place, I want to ask you to just rest, remain, and abide with us now and forevermore, as I tell you thanks in your most dear and precious namesake. Amen.
Thank you, Miss Minot. All right, so anyone have the motion to close? I think we lost our principal again. All right, parents.
Miss Barker.
Yes, miss.
Just before you take the motion for closing, a parent, I think it's Fitzgerald, wants to be added to the PTA group.
Okay.
I am asking if he wants to place the number in the chat, because he can be added to the group, but we'd love to be refreshed with a number so that can be done immediately.
Yes, yes, miss. All right, so is it there in the chat now? I could get it from the chat?
It's not there, just the notation.
All right. All right, that sir, if you want to contact me, that's no problem. If you don't want to, oh, I see it now. 427. Okay, I got the number.